Hey, everyone. Welcome to this video where we'll be discussing some fantastic techniques to avoid chaos when rearranging the room. We want to make sure that the process is quick, efficient, and that it actively involves and empowers your learners. In this section, we'll explore the benefits of involving learners in classroom management decisions. By giving them a say in decision-making and responsibilities, we can address their feeling of powerlessness and create a positive learning environment. Next, we'll delve into a technique that utilizes the learner's ideas and suggestions for room rearrangement. Now we come to the exciting part. We can actually use our students' ideas and suggestions when it comes to classroom management. Here's how you can implement this technique. 1. Explain the situation and seek student advice. Explain to the class that you're considering a different seating arrangement. However, you're a bit concerned about potential misbehavior or a slow and noisy process. Take a moment to let this sink in, and then ask your students for their advice on whether or not to rearrange the room and, if so, how to do it effectively. 2. Engage in discussion. Listen to their ideas and echo their suggestions instead of imposing your own solutions. If they propose a good method for rearranging, ask if it will solve the expected problems. Highlight that the success of their idea will impact future rearrangements. 3. Implement and evaluate. Once you've gathered their input, go ahead and put their chosen approach into action. After completing the task, facilitate a brief feedback discussion on how well it worked. If their idea was successful, make sure to acknowledge their contribution and encourage suggestions for improvement in future rearrangements. Now, let's explore some structured and organized approaches for different classroom rearrangement options. Here are several options that learners may propose or that you can suggest to achieve a smooth and orderly room rearrangement. 1. Silent rearrangement. One option is to have learners agree to perform the rearrangement in complete silence. They can pick up furniture instead of dragging, shoving, or pulling, which promotes a quiet and efficient process. 2. Organizational roles. Another approach is to assign specific organizational roles to volunteers or appointed students. They can be responsible for ensuring chairs are moved and stacked neatly or monitoring noise levels. 3. Selective moving. Consider moving all learners to one side or corner of the room and assigning a small number of students to handle the actual moving. You can make it competitive by changing the team members each time or timing their performance. 4. Staged instructions. Plan the moves systematically by giving instructions in stages. Make sure to wait for each step to be completed before proceeding. Instruct students to stop moving and remain quiet after each step is finished. 5. Preemptive rearrangement. Alternatively, you can arrive early and complete the rearrangement yourself before the class arrives. This way, you ensure an organized setup. 6. Rotating stations. Create different stations or activity areas within the classroom and assign groups of students to each station. Rotate the groups periodically so that each group gets the opportunity to experience different areas of the classroom. 7. Color-coded zones. Assign different colors to specific areas in the classroom and group students accordingly. For example, one area could be designated as the blue zone for independent work, while another area could be the green zone for collaborative activities. 8. Traffic flow. Designate clear pathways for movement within the classroom to minimize disruptions. Use visual cues such as arrows, signs, or floor markings to guide students on how to navigate the space without causing congestion. 9. Task stations. Set up different stations or workstations for specific tasks or learning activities. Each station can have the necessary materials and instructions, and students can rotate through the stations to complete different tasks. 10. Flexible seating options. Offer a variety of seating options, such as bean bags, standing desks, floor cushions, or stability balls, to accommodate different preferences and learning styles. 11. Technology integration. Consider incorporating technology in your classroom rearrangement. Create designated areas for using computers, tablets, or other digital devices, ensuring that students have easy access to power outlets and necessary equipment. 12. Classroom centers. Organize the classroom into distinct centers or learning areas, each focused on a specific subject or activity. Students can move between centers based on their interests or as part of a structured rotation. In summary, by carefully considering and implementing appropriate classroom layouts, teachers can create a supportive and engaging learning environment, fostering effective instruction and student success. In the end, by involving learners in the room rearrangement process, we can avoid chaos and create a sense of ownership, responsibility, and pride among our students. So let's embrace this collaborative approach and make our classrooms a thriving and engaging space for everyone involved.